Hello YouTube, this is Highbowman here with the combination video for the Robots in Disguise Decepticons, repaints of the G1 Combaticons. Now I've left everybody, or put everybody back in I should say, their vehicle modes, except for Mega-Octane, or Onslaught, because these guys' vehicle modes are easier to turn into their individual limb modes, and his combined mode is easier to make out of him in his robot mode. Now, first of all, I want to say that Ruination, or Bruticus, is a Scramble City design combiner, which means that any of his 4 limbs can become any of the other 3. So you can have, we have Armor Hide or Brawl here as an example. He can become this arm, this leg, or this leg. Now, for the sake of time, I'm only going to show you 2 different combinations for him, because doing each one in each different spot would take too long. So I'm going to show, seeing as how these are the Decepticons who combine into Ruination, I'm going to show you the 2 different combinations for Ruination that appear in the Robots in Disguise cartoon. One of them which is his flight mode, the other which is his land-based mode. And I'm going to, as I did in my Multiforce review, show you each individual robot's transformation into the combined mode and then combine them afterwards. I'm actually going to start with the main body part, who is Mega-Octane. So what you want to do with him is first take his gun away and put this on the side. Now, one note I want to make is that this chest piece here is removable. And you take this off and you replace it with the combiner chest plate, which is this big winged thing. And it plugs in the same spot, just like this. Now, I'm not going to plug it in just yet, because you have to get him fully transformed in order for it to stay in. But I just want to say that when I was trying to pick this guy up, every single auction that I saw for the Decepticons as a whole, or even for Mega-Octane, they didn't include this chest piece as part of him. They always said he was complete, but none of the pictures ever showed him with this, and I don't know why. And I actually did end up getting him without the chest piece, but I was able to pick this up at BotCon, at one of the booths that sold accessories. So, to continue transforming him, you want to take each arm and pull the hands back in. You can either pull up on the little button switch here, or you can just push them back in, whichever one you want to. Then you just want to rotate each one up so they are facing backwards like this. Then you take each of his legs and you rotate it up, out to the side like this, and then slide this all the way up. And you have him like this. Now is the point where you can take this piece and plug it into his chest like this. And then there's a little tab here which locks into place. And then to finish him off, you take his whole gun assembly and just slide it up so it sticks out a little bit more over his head. And then using this hole on the back of him, you take this ramp piece, or the shield from before, and you plug it in on his back like this. And that is Mega-Octane or Onslaught's combination mode. Next, and by the way, I'm going to start off showing you his flight mode, in case I don't think I mentioned that earlier. Okay, we're going to start with Ro-tor, or Vortex. You are going to pull off his one gun here and lay this off on the side. Then you want to take this little red piece in here and flip it out like this. And that's, actually you flip them upside down so it's like this. Then you rotate this whole assembly up to once again fold out these leg sections here. And it is into this that you want to plug the left fist. There should be an L printed on here, so you can make that out. And you want to plug that into the hole right here in the front, like this. And now you have a left arm. Okay, moving on to his right arm, you want to take Mov-or, or blast off. You start by removing each of the vehicle mode cannons. Oopsie. Each of the vehicle mode cannons. Folding up the side fins like this. And then if you look on his back, there's a similar white piece as there was on Ro-tor. You want to flip this out. So it looks like this. You can then reattach the gun pieces to the underside of his wings where there is a peg, just like this, or you can put them on the other way. And then you take the right fist, plug it into the front little engine or jet piece, and there you have his other arm. Actually, I did sort of forget a step. You want to rotate each of these up when they're attached on there. So just like this. Then we put this arm off to the side. Okay, now for his legs. You want to take armor hide or brawl, pop off his whole gun assembly there. You then basically rotate him up like this, pull this out again, and rotate the entire front piece forward, like this. Then you pull out, it doesn't really matter which foot because he has two holes on him, and just line it up with the one on the, towards the outside, I guess. Like with this peg, you don't want it in this hole, you want it in this hole so that you can get a very solid, excuse me, hold on while I fix this off camera for a second. And you get a very solid foot piece. This, you may have to use a little force to get it in all the way, and I did have to switch to the other foot because that peg fits in there a little bit better. And you do the same thing for roll bar / swindle. You pop off all his guns. You want to fold his windshield down and flat. Rotate this piece over. And flip out each of his little legs there. And again, plug in the piece that's going to be on the outside. Or the peg will be towards one of the two sides. It'll either be on this side or this side. You want to plug it into the corresponding hole on his foot. So it lines up just like this. And there you have another leg.